Hello, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that those are only general readings. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I have two special tarot offers going on for this month, and they are both kind of focused in the energies wrapping up this year cycle of 2018 and beginning the next chapter of 2019 and what it might bring for all of you in specific. So if you'd like to know more details about those special readings at a sales price until the end of the month, just contact me, and I will gladly give you all the details. And I apologize, as if I go into my readings, I'll be somehow having a hard time sometimes speaking and coughing a lot. It's due to the fact that I have catch a cold, and so I'm still in recovery process. It's taking some time, and it's really affecting a lot of my throat chakra. And aside of that, I also want to let you guys know that I'm not currently usually at home and where I usually do my readings, and so it might just be a harder process for me as I'm traveling to record these videos, but I will still try to at least do the monthlies and the mid-months if I can. And yeah, that's all. I hope you enjoy your readings, and we'll talk with each other soon. So, Sagittarius, I do feel like the waiting vibe is around your energy during this month. There seems to be something some of you are waiting for that is giving you an edge, like making you feel somehow anxious or nervous. What is going to happen? Why it hasn't happened yet? There's a lot of anticipation and expectation and stress associated with you wanting things to happen, or just awaiting some sort of feedback, some sort of result, some sort of news that might be indeed taking its time to arrive, the way you would like to. And I feel like things are quite up and personal as well during this period of time. You are maybe taking things too personally as well. There's a chance that some of you Sagittarius are a little bit touchy, or again on the edge. There's a lot of on the edge feelings and vibes, which might bring some unwanted, let's say, confrontation, or situations that might just make you feel aggravated, or just make you react or overreact in ways that maybe don't correspond, right, to the truth of what's really going on there. I do feel like some of you are also during this time, for some reason, drawn to isolation, or drawn to just be more with yourself. There's something here you are in search of. Some of you, there's a very in-depth quality as well to your experiences during this time frame, where you're trying to dig deep to find answers in your soul, to find answers deep inside of you, things that you can't figure it out. I feel on the outside, things you it's like some of you, the more you listen to imagine people's advices or theories or opinions, the more you listen to the outer world, the less you understand, or more indecisive, more at the crossroads, right? You feel you are. And I do feel like with the Two of Swords being here, representing how you are feeling overall during the month, how you are processing everything that is happening at the soul level, as the Two of Swords is in the soul position. I feel like, you're quite torn and divided within options, relationships, facts, you know, what's truth and what's a lie, what's your denial and what's your just way of being. I feel like you yourself might be an enigma for your own being during this period of time. So some of you are advised to take it easy again, to respect the timing that some of you are in, and so the timing that situations are taking to unfold and to be clarified, as the Hermit lies in your unconscious. So the unconscious drive, right? What you need but might be unaware of, what you might be unaware that might still occur during the month, is the Hermit. So you might not feel it right away or immediately as you go into the month, but there's a deep need for you to be with yourself more than maybe what you have been, or to make some sort of deep introspection upon the moment you are in. It's like the perfect energy to end the year with a lot of contemplation over everything that has passed over the last year or more, and where you are right now in the road, because there's this energy of the road, which I feel is your path in life and ahead, especially when you also have here the Three of Wands as you go into next year, as you go into January. So there is indeed, you know, this road ahead that is promising, but you're still waiting. Again, there's still like this cliffhanger type of energy where, you know, you might not really get that response and that news and that situation that you're waiting for this month. It might take you into January or even until March for some of you to really get either the answers you want, the understanding you want. I feel as well that for some of you, you're looking to be respected upon something, to be appreciated, to be validated in something you have been doing. It could be professionally wise. I feel like some of you don't feel respected for some reason, or you don't feel like you have been taken care of in the best way. Maybe you feel like some of your friends, families, or people you are with in general have not been the best to you. I do feel as well that for Sagittarius men in particular, again, there's this there's this deep emotional current taking you again into that isolation mode. You might be more quiet, more sensitive, more, you know, in solitude mode than usual, because you have here the King of Cups in the conscious position. So it's something that you might as well be quite aware of, that you are doing your best to control deep emotions, a deep ocean, again, of feelings that you're sitting upon and trying to exercise, right, control. And at the same time, I feel like this King of Cups is also giving here a hint that you just don't know what to do with someone or with something, or even with yourself. Again, I feel like some of you just don't know what to do with your feelings in general, particularly for, again, Sagittarius men. I feel like some of you, you know, you have such turmoil boiling. It's like there's this volcanic element here that sits again under the water. It's a very interesting combination, water and fire here for you, and there's something like being stirred that might push you into confrontation with certain things that you have been avoiding. But I also feel like for some of you, this might be that you are just in need to heal certain aspects of yourself, dealing with your emotional self, that maybe have not been looking at, because the Two of Swords has a tendency to fall into denial. So some of you might have been, you know, avoiding looking at the truth of a certain matter, because you know that once you look at the truth, you cannot unlook at it. So you will have to take certain measures. You will have to acknowledge certain things. And I feel like some of you have not been felt prepared to this, to see the truth, to face reality of some sorts, and the time has come for some of you to do this. And for Sagittarius women, I feel like if you're dealing with someone during this month of December that is just acting in a weird way, or maybe it's just not in contact with you so much, someone that might be withdrawing again, not showing up so much, not confessing so much their feelings towards you, what I said before still applies. So there's this sense of maybe dealing with, in particular, masculine energy. So men, dealing with men of your interest that might just not be in the best place, might just be very indecisive about what they want, and at the same time very unwilling to communicate. And this applies to all Sagittarius audience, female or masculine. It's like there's this unwillingness to communicate that might be as well causing you some stress in relationships. In terms of business and career, there is expansion coming up. I do feel like some of you, whatever you have, especially for those of you that have been doing something new, this new activity, this new investment, this new job, this new idea, for those of you that have been working on something new or waiting for something again to grow financially wise, I do feel like indeed this area of life shows opportunities for you to expand. I do feel like some of you just might feel like there's a lot on your shoulders, like you have a lot of responsibilities or a lot of things to take care of by yourself, and you might feel like this weight, right, of responsibility, or everything depending on you, and somehow having that and still having again your own feelings and your own, you know, your own shit to deal with. But it's exactly how is it coming across, because I feel like some of you with this Hermit energy, Hermit is a very Virgo associated archetype. So Virgo is all about management and taking care of shit, as I was saying. So some of you are being called to be more Virgo energy, or more Virgo-ish, to embody more Virgo-ish traits during this period of time in terms of taking care of yourself, making sure you are taking care of your health, mental health, emotional health, physical health, making sure you are doing first and foremost the best for you, so you can do then the best for others and the world at large. I do feel like maybe you have been neglecting this. You have been neglecting, especially Sagittarius, you have been neglecting your emotional health. I feel like there's this, again, some of you have just like, it's like trying to turn the page before you have even read the page. It's like completely dismissing the importance of the process some of you are in, spiritually wise and emotionally wise, and everything that you feel, everything that good or bad. And I do feel like there's this unwell as well energy. So some of you might feel sick, or might feel unwell in general, and it might be something that has, again, an emotional source to it. It might not be an actual physical situation, but you just might feel different, maybe less in the mood to do certain things, more serious, more cautious, more steady. And I think that this all combines to the fact that you are being called to be in this serious energy, or just being more, I also feel for some of you, more practical, right? More earthly bounded, more grounded, because it's here and now that you are needed, or your attention is needed, and maybe you have been drifting away to again avoid and evade certain aspects of yourself or of a relationship as well that has been hard to look at. I feel like some of you that this is not about yourself, this is about a relationship with someone where maybe there's a lot of differences, there's a lot of duels and debates and inconsistencies as well, and it's like trying to put together two pieces of the puzzle, but they don't fit. I feel like some of you are in relationships that are taking their fair share of effort to work out, and I think that you are being called I'm sorry, you are being called to take a serious look at that. But I also feel like some of you you are aware of this, some of you are not even understanding that the problem exists. Maybe it's your partner or whoever you're dealing with that is feeling more this gap between where you stand and where they stand. But again, differences in temperament in all types of relationships are as well showing up here. So I also feel like some of you, it's time to just, it's time to close things in your life, like to terminate what needs to be terminated, to say goodbye to what needs to say, what needs that goodbye energy. I think that some of you need as well this, it's like an eraser of some sorts in your in the storage of your memory. And when I say that, of course that we cannot erase our memory, but the way certain things are stored in your mind, they are not put in place, so they are not organized, they are not where they belong, because they start affecting the quality of your life in this moment, which is the moment that ultimately you want to live to the fullest. So I just feel like somehow there are memories or situations of your past or baggage that is not released, that has not either been appropriately released or forgiven or looked at. And this might be a month where those things, those little things but irritating things, where you might really need to take a look at it. And that's maybe why you're called to be more with yourself, to really make this reflection or this contemplation about what is going on, where maybe you have been sabotaging certain things that you have that you should have been doing. So there's a lot here to consider. I could go on and on and on and on, because I feel like there's so many things to talk about with you, Sagittarius. Like, I feel like this is a month where there's a lot, like a lot of things, being it's like this never-ending story kind of energy, where you read, and you turn pages, and there's so much that is there for you, so many things to look at, to consider, to understand, to process. And some of you, this might be part of the reason why it's so important to be centered and to be aware, which is ultimately what the Hermit wants, is to become aware of the path, right? To know where he's going, especially when you have the Three of Wands here. So you are looking for a way, right, that is more promising than where you have been so far. You are looking for your success in your future. You are looking for the right vehicle, right, of happiness and success ahead. And I just think that you can't go into this journey or this new chapter with all the baggage you carry. And some of you that don't know that you carry baggage, you might suddenly realize you do as well during this month. And yeah, again, as I said, I could keep talking about you because I just feel like your energy has so many things to talk about, and unfortunately I cannot do that, because I'm traveling, and so my time to make these videos are kind of short. I just I did a longer one for you because it's your season, it's your month. Happy birthday for all of you Sagittarius that are watching, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.